friends. My name's Deanna. Can you guess what my circle is about today? It's all about bats. Once I was afraid of bats. Have you been afraid of anything? Were you afraid of bats? Well, I decided to look at this book, and it taught me all about bats, and I wasn't afraid anymore. This book is called Bats, and it's by Elizabeth Carty, and she's going to teach us all about bats today. So welcome to our EarlyON program, where we offer programs for children and their caregivers ages 0 to 6 in Brantford and Brant County. So I'm going to start with my song. Flying, flying in the sky, bats are neat, I'll tell you why. Flying foxes are the tallest, bumblebee bats are the smallest. Bats are yellow, red, and brown, bats sleep hanging upside down. Some eat bugs, some eat fruit. Flying, flying in the sky, bats are neat, I'll tell you why. Flying, flying in the sky. So let's talk about these, what our bats do. Do you remember what I said that they eat? They eat, some eat bugs. And some eat fruit. That's right. And this bat is the flying fox. And this bat is so big, sometimes it can be 6 feet or 2 meters. You can stretch yourself as tall as you can, and you won't even be as big as that bat. Isn't that cool? Then there's these little teeny tiny bats. They're called bumblebee bats. Do you know how big they are? They're the size of a jelly bean. I like jelly beans. Do you remember what they ate again? They eat apples and they eat bugs. And I eat jelly beans. Friends, another neat thing about bats, they are nocturnal. Nocturnal. That word means they're up at night while we're asleep, and they sleep in the daytime. That's so cool, nocturnal. So I have a song about nocturnal bats. I love the nighttime, the dark black nighttime, and that is when I fly around. I am nocturnal, I love the nighttime, 'cause I'm a bat, I fly without a sound. That was cool, I like that. Let's sing that one again. I love the nighttime, the dark black nighttime, and that is when I fly around. I am nocturnal, I love the nighttime, 'cause I'm a bat, I fly without a sound. That's cool. So if bats are awake at nighttime because they're nocturnal, I was wondering, where do they go? What do they do in the daytime? So I looked up in this book that I learned all about bats by Elizabeth Carty, and it says that bats, when they go in the daytime, they hang out upside down. And that's where they sleep. And it's called a roost. Those are the flying foxes. Remember, those were the really big bats? So they sleep in their roost. And the roost is a place that keeps them safe from bad weather and protects them from other things. And it could be a cave, like I made a cave. And it could be some treetops, or sometimes an attic. Sometimes a bat will get in your house. So that's cool. And then I thought,
we should sing a song about being a sleeping bat. Now, you might recognize this song, but I'm going to pretend I'm a bat. And do you remember how bats sleep? That's right, they sleep upside down. So here we go. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to sleep like this, upside down. So can you do that? Let's see, I'll get a little bit closer to the table. Ooh, I mean my cave, my roosting place. Here we go. See the sleeping bats until they see the moon. Come, let us wake them with a merry tune. Oh, how still are they ill. Wake up, sleeping bats, and flutter, flutter, flutter. Wake up, sleeping bats, and flutter, flutter, flutter. Wake up, sleeping bats, and flutter, flutter, flutter. That was cool. I really like that song. Okay, and another thing I wondered about bats was, what are bat babies called? I didn't know this, but bat babies are called the same as what we call dog babies. What's a dog baby called? Baby dogs are called pups. And that is what I learned in this book, that bat babies are called. Well, let's see if we can see a picture of, aw, look at the baby bats. Aw, there's the mummy and the baby. Baby bats, called pups, completely depend on their mothers after they're born. They're blind, hairless, and they can't fly. They cling to their mother's fur. The pups nurse their mother's milk until their wings are strong enough to fly. Aw, aren't they cute? So cute. And I have a story about a little baby bat. And that bat's name is Stella Luna. Stella Luna by Janelle Cannon. There once lived a mother fruit bat and her new baby. Oh, how Mother Bat loved her baby. I'll name you Stella Luna, she crooned. Each night, Mother Bat would carry Stella Luna clutched to her breast as she flew out to search for food. One night, as Mother Bat followed the scent of ripe fruit, an owl spied her. Mother Bat tried to escape, but the owl knocked Stella Luna into the air. Her baby wings were limp and useless. Down, down, down she went, faster and faster into the forest below. The dark leafy triangle of branches caught Stella Luna as she fell. Wrapping her wings about her, she clutched a thin branch. Mother, Stella Luna squeaked, where are you? By daybreak, the baby bat could hold on no longer. Down, down again she dropped. Flump! Stella Luna landed headfirst in a nest, startling 3 baby birds. Stella Luna quickly clambered from the nest and hung out of sight. What was that? Cried Flap. I don't know, but it's hanging by its feet, chirped Flutter. Shh! Here comes Mama, hissed Pip. Stella Luna was terribly hungry, but not for the crawly things Mama Bird brought her babies. Finally, the little bat could bear it no longer. She climbed into the nest, closed her eyes, and opened her mouth. Plop! In dropped a big grasshopper. Before long, Stella Luna learned to be like the birds. She stayed awake all day and slept all night. She ate bugs even though they tasted awful. But Stella Luna still liked to sleep hanging by her feet. Once, when Mama was away, the curious baby birds decided to try it too. Yeek! Mama cried when she returned. Get back up here this instant! You're going to fall and break your necks! Mama Bird spoke to Stella Luna. I will not let you back into this nest unless you promise to obey all the rules of this house." Stella Luna promised to behave as a good bird should. She ate bugs without making faces. She slept in the nest at night, and she didn't hang by her feet. One day, Mama Bird told the babies it was time to learn to fly. Pip, Flutter, and Flap jumped from the nest. Their wings worked. I'm just like them, thought Stella Luna. I can fly too. There they go. Pip, Flutter, and Flap landed gracefully on a branch. Stella Luna tried to do the same. How embarrassing. Doesn't look like she landed gracefully, does it? "I will fly all day," Stella Luna told herself. "Then no one will see how clumsy I am." The next day, Pip, Flutter, Flap, and Stella Luna flew for hours. "The sun is setting," warned Flitter. "We better go home or we'll get lost in the dark," said Flap. But Stella Luna was nowhere to be seen. The three anxious birds went home without her. Stella Luna flew and flew until her wings ached. Then she dropped into a tree. "I promised not to hang by my feet," Stella Luna sighed. So she hung by her thumbs and soon fell asleep. She didn't hear the soft sound of wings coming near. "Hey!" a loud voice said. "Why are you hanging upside down?" Stella Luna's eyes opened wide. She saw a most peculiar face. "I'm not upside down, you are," Stella Luna said. "Ah, but you're a bat. You are hanging by your thumb, so that makes you upside down," the creature said. "I am hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up." There they are. More bats gathered round to see the strange young bat who behaved like a bird. Stella Luna told them her story. "You ate bugs?" stuttered one. "You slept at night?" gasped another. "How very strange," they all murmured. Wait! A bat pushed through the crowd. Sniffing Stella Luna's fur, she whispered, "You are Stella Luna. You are my baby." "You escaped the owl?" cried Stella Luna. "You survived?" "Yes," said Mother Bat. "Come with me and we'll find the most delicious fruit." "But it's nighttime," Stella Luna squeaked. "We will crash into trees." "We're bats," said Mother Bat. "We can see in the dark. Come with us." Stella Luna let go of the tree and dropped into the deep blue sky. She was able to see everything in her path. Soon the bats found a mango tree, and Stella Luna ate as much of the fruit as she could hold. "I'll never eat another bug as long as I live," cheered Stella Luna. "I must tell Pip, Flitter, and Flap." The next day, Stella Luna went to visit the birds. "Come with me and meet my bat family," said Stella Luna. "They hang by their feet, and they fly at night, and they eat the best food in the world. And wait until dark. We fly at night, too." Do you remember what that's called, boys and girls? Nocturnal. When night came, Stella Luna flew away. Pip, Flitter, and Flap leapt from the tree to follow her. "I can't see a thing," yelled Pip. "Neither can I," howled Flitter. "Aye!" shrieked Flap. Stella Luna swooped about, grabbing her friends in the air. She lifted them to a tree and hung from the limb above them. "We're safe," said Stella Luna. Then she sighed. "I wish you could see in the dark, too." "We wish you could land on your feet," Flitter replied. "How can we feel so different and feel so much alike. And how can we feel so different and be so much alike, wondered Pip. Because we're friends, said Stella Luna, and that's a fact. That was a nice book all about bats. Thank you for joining me today at my EarlyON circle. It was really nice that you could be here. Flutter, flutter, little bats. Bye.